This is example or exercise 12 assigned from Wednesday. I'm going to review it here. I'm going to read the instructions. It says in examples 11 through 8, first we want to sketch a right triangle corresponding to the trigonometric function of the acute angle. And we want to use Pythagorean's theorem to find the third side and then find all of the other 5 trigonometric functions. So let me put all 6 trigonometric functions here. You need to memorize these. And they've already given us one of them, and that's the cotangent. They've written it as 5, but it's really 5 over 1. So let me write that here. Remember that the cotangent is the adjacent over the opposite. So instead of writing 5, I'm going to put 5 over 1. That means that our adjacent side is 5, and our opposite side will be 1. So let's go ahead and sketch the right triangle like they asked. Your triangle doesn't have to be perfect. So let's make a right triangle that looks like this. This will be theta right here, angle theta. This side will be the opposite. The opposite is 1. Adjacent means next to, so this will be 5. And what we don't know yet is the hypotenuse, but we're going to use Pythagorean's theorem to find that. So let's call this side A, this side B, and this side C. Remember the theorem, Pythagorean's theorem, says that A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So let's substitute what we do have here. Instead of A squared, we'll just put 1 squared. B squared will be 5 squared. And then we'll be able to find C squared, or find C. This will be 1 plus 25. And that'll be C squared. So that's going to give us 26 is equal to C squared. So to get C, we'd have to take the square root of both sides. So C will be the square root of 26. Let's write that in here. Square root of 26. Or radical 26. Now we have all 3 sides. And we can go ahead and write the rest of our answers in here. Let's label these as well. Remember, this is our working angle, so this side is the opposite. This side is the adjacent. And the longest side is always the hypotenuse. And so let's fill in the rest of these. The sine is the opposite over the hypotenuse. The opposite is 1, and the hypotenuse is radical 26. I'm not going to write that here yet, because if I write that as 1 over radical 26, remember the opposite over the hypotenuse, we have to simplify this by rationalizing our denominator. So we need to multiply by radical 26 over radical 26. Keep in mind this is just equal to 1, this green part. So when I multiply a fraction or any other thing by 1, I'm going to get the same thing. It'll just look different. It'll be simplified and the denominator will be rationalized. In fact, our denominator will be 26. Radical 26 times radical 26 gives us 26. And our numerator will be radical 26. So for the sine, we're going to put radical 26 over 26. The cosine is going to be the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So 5 over radical 26. And I don't think I'll go through every step here, but we're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply by radical 26 over radical 26. And that will give us 5 root 26 over 26. For the tangent, we want the opposite over the adjacent. We can also just reverse these. The opposite is 1 and the adjacent is 5, so 1 over 5. And for these last two, all we're going to do is reverse these. This will give us 26 over radical 26. We actually have the answer already written, but I'm going to go ahead and simplify it. If we reverse these, we get 26, radical 26, 26 over radical 26. I ran out of room there. If we reverse these, and if we rationalize that, we're going to multiply by radical 26 over radical 26. The denominator will be 26, and the numerator will be 26 times the square root of 26. 26's will cancel, so we'll just get radical 26. Let's go ahead and do the same thing here. If we reverse these, instead of adjacent over hypotenuse, we'll have the hypotenuse over the adjacent. We're going to get 26 over 5 times root 26. To rationalize that, we'll multiply it by root 26 over root 26. And the denominator will be 5 times, remember this, when we multiply this we'll get 26. So 5 times 26, and in the numerator we'll get 26 times radical 26. We can simplify these. So we'll get radical 26 over 5. We're allowed to have the radical in our numerator, just not in our denominator. Radical 26 over 5. So those are the other 5 and the original one they gave to us.